Hello everyone, I'm Oluwatomishi Tumininu. I'm popularly called and known as Sister Tumi. I'm a registered nurse, a registered pediatric nurse. I had my general nursing in Sacred Heart School of Nursing, Lantoro, Abeokuta, and I also had my diploma in pediatric nursing in Luth, Lagos University Teaching Hospital. My journey into nursing, I want to give glory to God for making me to be a nurse. All glory be unto God. I also want to thank my mom and my aunt. They are the two factors that helped me in getting into this profession. It was my aunt that led me well into nursing. She actually handed me over to the principal school of nursing where she finished her nursing because she's a nurse too. And I had to obtain the form. I sat for the exam. I was given an admission into school of nursing and I finished my nursing 2006. And since then I've been practicing nursing. I was working, I've just worked for just a year when I put in for my diploma in nursing, in pediatric nursing in Luth. And since then, by the grace of God, I've been practicing nursing. I want to say thanks to God, thanks to my mom, and thanks to Mrs. Shobola. You are celebrated, ma. Yes, my concern for today is how we can break the cycle of sickle cell disease. If you have ever discovered during your courtship that you as a would-be husband and wife, you are both having genotype AS, the perfect advice, the very perfect advice is that you quit the relationship so that we can break the cycle of sickle cell disease. But the would-be husband and wife, they are both adults. They can decide whatever they want to do, even after the counseling. If you are giving a genetic counseling, you can only give this counseling to someone. It is now left for that adult to decide which way to go. And the reason why we are giving this counseling is for people to know and to be aware of the options that they have to make. Now, I've said it again and I'm saying it over and over again that the perfect advice for us to break the cycle of sickle cell disease is to stop the courtship if you have ever discovered that you are both AS and AS. But we have some other options that we can offer couples, the couples that want to marry and they are both AS and AS. I have 5 ways I want to tell us how we can break the cycle of sickle cell disease despite the fact that the two are both having genotype AS and AS. The first one is natural conception. I've actually had this video in Yoruba version. So and I also want to, I'm saying it in English now so that it will cover a reasonable large number of people. So the first one I'm saying now is the first way of breaking the cycle of sickle cell disease is by natural conception. What do I mean by natural conception? How do you break this cycle by natural conception? After getting married, the couples will conceive naturally. After conceiving naturally, they will have to wait for 10 weeks or for 13 weeks. There's a particular test the pregnant mother will do. We call it chorionic villus sampling. or amniocentesis. The coronary sampling is a procedure whereby a specialist will make use of needle to get the smallest part, the smallest portion of the embryo when it is exactly 10 weeks or 13 weeks, so that the sample of that baby will be taken and will test the genotype of that baby. So once the baby genotype is discovered, if the baby is SS, we will advise the couple to terminate the pregnancy. And if the baby is maybe a carrier like AS or SC, or the baby is not a carrier, is having genotype A, then we advise the couple to leave the baby and carry the pregnancy to term. But the downside of this natural conception by a married couple of genotype AS is that the anxiety the couple will undergo while waiting for the test to be done. You have to pass through the anxiety for good 10 weeks or 13 weeks before the investigation is done on the baby. And after the test, you have to wait for a few days to receive the results of the test. So, naturally speaking, the couple will have to be tensed and be under a particular tension awaiting the results of the baby. And if the result comes out to be SS baby, then if the couple agree to terminate the pregnancy, there are some complications that is associated with termination of pregnancy. Then the test we are talking about to discover the genotype of the baby in utero is not cheap at all. And another downside is that I've talked about the tension of waiting for the results. I've talked about the cost. It is not cheap at all. Then the side effects related to having to terminate the abortion is another thing to consider. Come back, that is natural. The second way whereby we can break the cycle of sickle cell disease is when you allow the couples to undergo IVF, and is a special type of IVF. We call it pre-implantation genetic diagnosis. Pre-implantation genetic diagnosis is that IVF will be done, but the sample of the egg and the sample of the sperm will be fertilized in a petri dish, and it's usually the specialist will do 2 or more of that, so that once the investigation is done on that baby on the 3rd day or on the 4th day, if we discover that there is a particular one with sickle cell disease, the specialist won't go ahead to implant such baby. But the purpose of that pre-implantation genetic diagnosis is that the genotype of that baby will have been discovered before implanting it. It is not a straightforward IVF. In normal IVF, we just do the fertilization and implant the baby straight away. But for the couples with genotype AS, before implanting such baby, a diagnostic test will be done on that baby before implanting it. So once we discover a baby with genotype SS, we have to ignore such one and implant the one with either AA or AS. This is about 99.9% effective, because you will have known the genotype of the baby you want to implant. But the downside is that, one, the test is very expensive. It is not a test that everybody can afford. Then another downside is the normal possible complication of IVF, because we have 1 or 2 complications of IVF. Maybe the body of the mother can reject the embryo and some other thing. But aside that, if we are talking about breaking the cycle of sickle cell, pre-implantation genetic diagnosis is about 99.9% effective in breaking the cycles for such couples. The third one we want to talk about, how we can break this cycle. A couple with genotype AS, both couples are genotype AS, and we want to break the cycle of sickle cell disease. Another thing the couple can do is that they can do IVF. But this type of IVF we are talking about here is a type that somebody has to donate egg to the family, or a man with genotype AA will need to donate sperm for the family. The couple will have to decide who wants to donate his or her own portion, either of the egg or of the sperm. Somebody must be invited into the family. Maybe a man with genotype A will donate sperm, or a woman with genotype A will donate egg for that family, so that once that is done, the possibility of having a sickle cell baby is almost zero. Another thing to do, the downside with IVF with this method is that even the couples that are involved most times don't usually like to receive a donor from someone else. There are so many questions that will be coming into the mind of the woman. Many questions will be coming into the mind of the man. So if somebody else donates sperm for my wife, so who is the owner of the baby? The wife too will be thinking of, okay, if someone donates sperm for me now, so that I give birth to a non-SS baby, so who is the owner of the baby? So many questions, so many agitations will come into the mind of the couples. That is the usual downside of that. But before going into marriage, as a couple whose genotype are not compatible, you have to think about it. It's either you go for natural conception, or you go for pre-implantation genetic diagnosis, or you go for this kind of IVF, whereby somebody will have to donate either egg or sperm for the couple. So it is now left for the couple to decide whether they are receiving a donor from a man, or they are receiving a donor from a woman of genotype AA. The another one is adoption. In Nigeria, adoption has not been totally accepted. For a newly married couple, young newly married couple, for them to decide that we are getting married, even though we are both having genotype AS, and we are getting married, and our decision is that after getting married, we will adopt a child. The option has not been generally accepted in Nigeria, but it is possible. If that is done, definitely we are going to break the cycle of sickle cell disease. So there are so many babies in the motherless babies' home who want someone that will care for them. So that couple will decide to go for such baby and nurture them from childhood till any stage of their life. And I've told you the downside with adoption is that both parents of the husband and the parents of the wife would not want that. will not accept, except they are not informed. If they are informed or if they are aware of that their option, they will frown at it. The fifth method in which we can break the cycle of sickle cell disease by a couple of genotype AS is the couple will determine to have a childless marriage. Childless marriage is a marriage whereby both couples will decide not to get pregnant nor to have babies. You know, in their adoption method, they won't get married. They will get, after getting married, they won't get pregnant and they will adopt babies for them to nurture. But in this type of marriage, that we call childless marriage, the couples, because they want to break the cycle of sickle cell disease, will determine that they will not get pregnant, not to talk of having a child. But in Nigeria, where we are, how possible is that for a young newly married couple to decide that we will get married because we love each other, but we will not have a child? How possible is that? The genetic counseling is very important, and nobody can decide for anybody what to do. We can only tell the would-be husband and wife whose genotype are AS. All these options: the option of natural conception, the option of pre-implantation genetic diagnosis, the option of special IVF, whereby somebody will have to donate, maybe a man with genotype A, we have to donate for the family, donate sperm for the family, or a woman with genotype A will donate egg for the family. That's the third option. Then an option of adoption, also option of having a childless marriage. So we have to tell them, and that is what I'm telling our young couples now, that if you are getting married and your genotype are incompatible, you have 5 options to break the cycle of sickle cell disease. In fact, there are 6 options. The first and the perfect option is to break the courtship and not to get married. So the other ones that I call the first option is that you have a natural conception, whereby the baby by 10th months of pregnancy, 10th weeks, the 10th week or the 13 weeks of the pregnancy, an investigation will have to be done on the mother to determine the type of genotype the baby is having. If the baby is genotype SS, the option the couple have now is to terminate the pregnancy. Then another one is the IVF I told us about, then adoption and childless marriage. So it is now left for couples to decide which one they want to go for. I explained this counseling in Yoruba explicitly, and I would want us to click the notification button if you want more of this health talk. Click the notification button down, click that notification button so that you can get more of my videos. Then you can share the video so that it will go to places. People will be aware of what and what to do. So many people don't know they have like 5 good options for them to break this cycle. And you can share it to family and friends. Click the notification button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.